Okay, so you say studio moment, but the studio could be anywhere because you can make the song anywhere. So sometimes you got the beat and you write it somewhere else. So I was living in Vegas for like 2 years before I moved here. So me and Kay Dinero, you've probably seen her name on my songs. She's my best friend. We live together. She's an artist. She's amazing. She's also under the same label. She's like my sister and my best friend. So, we're always together every day, 24/7 anyway. So we write a lot of songs together. A lot of placements are me and her most of the time. Sometimes it's just me, but rarely. So we were like at the house in Vegas, and like, sometimes we would stay at the house in Vegas for like a week at a time and not be able to come back out here for a minute just because, it was a little more expensive back then. And so we'd be at the house just locked inside all day. It's hot outside. We can't even go out because of how hot it is in Vegas. We would be in the house and playing beats, and like we were on her bed, and we were like, for some reason, something made us start jumping on the bed. We were jumping on the bed like children, but we were like 18, jumping on the bed and like just us two, and we're playing beats and we're just like freestyling. Like me and Kay will get up and start freestyling like all day, like rap or singing, and we'll just say the funniest things. But we started freestyling to this beat, and we're like, act right, hey, you make me act right, hey, you just that made me want to act right. It's my favorite song. We were just like rapping, and then like we just started writing it down, and we started freaking out. We were like, this is actually kind of good. And then we recorded it in the next week in LA. And like we came back to the house in Vegas and had our friend take a picture of us in our backyard in Vegas, and we used it as a cover photo. And because we had a pool in our backyard, so we were in our pool gear, and like we're just like, take a picture, we'll do the photo cover right now. And that's how Act Right and the picture came out. Yeah, well, actually, Look at Me featuring Kay Dinero was one of my biggest accomplishments in my career. It was that. I mean, I don't talk about it a lot, but when I really sit here and think about it, it was that. Because think about it. I mean, like, the fact that show in itself is just a wave maker right now. Like, H.E.R is such a creatively talented person. Like, she's just making waves, as herself, as a woman, like, in the industry. So I think just being a part of that in itself is just a big thing for me. Like, I'm really, really proud to be a part of it. And actually, the way that song came about was not how you think. So they do writing camps for certain movies, and like they'll invite a bunch of writers out to their office, and they'll split them up into different studios, and like they'll send you out with like 2 or 3 producers per writer, and they'll tell you what kind of episodes they're gonna have, what they need backgrounds for. And they told us in the big room, I think this was way pre-COVID. So they told us in the room, they were like, we're gonna have an episode about this, an episode about something with the vibe of Latin vibe, Mexico. And I looked around and I was like, there's nobody else that's Latin here. I'm the only Spanish person in the room, like only person who spoke Spanish, only person who had like Latin descent, probably, I don't know, I'm guessing. But I really looked around, I was like, everyone here, I know most of them and they write in English. So I was like, I'm gonna focus on that. And I know they're gonna, it's gonna be funnel. It's only gonna be 1 song or 2 songs if I choose to make 2. So we went off and they set me up with The Genius, who made Controller for Drake. And then we were with one of the ear drummers, Heartbreak Food, who works with Race Drummer and all of them a lot. And then we had another producer in there named Chris, and he worked with Sage of Gemini and a lot of other big names, Jasmine Sullivan. So we were all in the room together, and they were making a beat, and it was a reggaeton beat. It was a whole dance hall beat, and we wrote to it pretty fast because, that's my natural vibe, so it was really easy to write to. And we had about an hour and a half left before the studio session was over. So they pulled up a rap beat. And Kay, my best friend, since she was there with me all the time, she was rapping too. And I was rapping, and we were freestyling. And like, we were writing it like if she was gonna rap it. But then the genius was like, Poe, why don't you rap it? I was like, cause I'm not a rapper. So LOL, Kay. He's like, no, Poe, rap it. He's like, it could be dope. I'm like, if I rap it, the only way I can make it sound good is if I do it in Spanish, because in English, I don't sound good rapping. So he's like, all right, put some Spanish on there. I wrote the Spanish part, and then we used mine and Kay's part for the second half. And then, so that's how that happened. And we were like in the room, they were hyping me up there, like, just get into it. And I had the mic, I was in the middle of the room, they were like, I was like, llego a la cena, rompo cuellos, de que sea, put me rolas in the club, soy más duro que, and they were all like, yeah. And those crowd sounds in that song is actually everyone in the room hyping me up. Like, busy, LA. We just put the mic out and they were like, yelling everybody. So that was a dope moment because I got to work with a lot of people who are really talented. And then I got a placement off of it. And I got a lot of connections on the business side. And, me and my best friend were just having fun and we got paid. So that's how that felt.